There's something deeply personal about mourning jewellery. It isn't just about death, it's about love, memories, loss, grief, and even hope. So today, let's take a gentle walk through the centuries about these beautiful hidden treasures and discover together the beautiful varieties of mourning jewellery and the hidden memories behind each and single one of them. Take, for example, this lovely mourning locket that I have shown to you before, but it's a beautiful representation of a mourning piece from eras gone by. And while it's beautiful on the outside, as you can see, there's more hidden treasures inside, and this is why I'm sharing this one with you again, because it is truly memories, someone's memory. Let's open it together and see what's inside. A true treasure. Here we have a portrait of a man that meant the world to someone. A beautiful treasure that lays within this beautiful locket behind the hidden glass. Truly, truly beautiful and a true memory. A man that belonged to someone, a man that was very much loved. And it's a jet mourning locket, and we can see the clasp just above. Absolutely stunning in every single way, and note how it is raised. Stunning indeed. And this one is from the 1890s. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful and true treasure. Interestingly, the most earliest pieces of mourning jewellery goes way back to the 1600s. These pieces were reserved especially for the royalty and were very rare. They often bore Latin inscriptions like memento mori, translating, remember you must die. And they were a bold reminder of how precious life really is. Now we're going to transition over to the era, to the 1700s, the Stuart influence. By the 17th century, mourning rings became more personal. Interestingly, during this era, the English Civil War eventuated, and many people wore these mourning rings in secret, and they contained miniature portraits of the executed king. And these pieces often had gold enamel and sometimes hidden hair laid within. Now we're going to jump over to the next era, the Georgian era, which was from the period 1717 to 1837. And this is where Georgian mourning jewellery became far more elaborate. They featured sepia-painted women at grieving urns, willow trees, and so forth. These pieces weren't mass-produced, they were hand-painted. A lot of dedicated work went into them, and they often had woven hair inside as well. The symbolism of this era was poetic and deeply sentimental. Now we're going to jump into the Victorian era, which was from 1837 to 1861. In the Victorian era, mourning jewellery became more structured and even more fashionable. Black rings, brooches, initials, and death dates were included among these. Queen Victoria herself wore these for decades and influenced the public. Once again, we're going to transition over to another era, that of the High Victorian era, which was from 1861 to 1880. After Prince Albert's death in 1861, mourning exploded into a wide defining trend. Jet from Whitby, which was very light, was chosen to produce mourning jewellery. It was deeply black, lightweight and hand carved. Brooches, earrings and entire demi-perles were formally worn through mourning. Now we're going to be jumping over from the late Victorian era, which was from the 1880s to 1901. As mourning rules softened, materials diversified, featuring gutta percha, gold and vulcanite, and they were used alongside traditional hairwork, and some pieces were lighter, but the sentiment remained: love and reverence and mourning. Here I'm going to show my 1890 again locket, because this was from that era. I'm going to transition over to the final era of when mourning jewellery started to become less popular and faded away. And this is from the period 1900s to 1920s, when the First World War broke out. The World Wars brought more loss but less formality in how people mourned. Mourning jewellery became discreet, small lockets, quiet pearls or memorial rings worn in private. The age of bold mourning was over. And even though mourning jewellery has faded away, modern collectors still absolutely love them, and I know for one that I do. They hold so much history, craftsmanship, emotion and beauty, hidden beauty and memories. And what I love about them is the hidden stories of what lays behind them all. And if only you could go back in time and discover the story behind each beautiful piece and the memories they held. Certainly each piece carries a story, whether it's the carved work, the gold, the portraits that lay within, the enamel work, the kind of style or whatever it is. It holds a place in many people's hearts and is truly a collector's item that is very much sought after today. And even the locks of hair and who it belonged to. Now I know that's like creeps a lot of people out, and I know even my children think hair, but it is what it is, and it's memories. And mourning jewellery shows the grief of history of once loved. through the beauty of them. Unfortunately, many of these are found and undervalued, but they are beautiful, rare pieces and true treasures. All these beautifuls from live auctioneers, giving attribution of the seller, their beautiful pieces, and how you too can even purchase some of these items that have not yet sold. Some may have by the time I produce this video, but even so, they are beautiful relics of the past that I'm sure you would love to see and make your heart beat a few beats faster. So throughout this video, I hope you have had a better understanding of mourning jewellery and the deep sentiments of what they hold, the different styles, and why they truly are a collector's item and a true treasure of the past. And mourning jewellery also reminds us that even in sorrow, beauty can represent something that means a lot to us, as it did in the case of those times gone by when they produced handmade beautiful mourning pieces, not mass produced like we have today. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning, true beautiful memories to somebody. If you have your own hidden treasure of a mourning jewellery, please share. I'd love to see it, or just comment below and describe what it's like, but better still, jump over to the Brooch Queens and showcase all beautiful mourning jewellery. And while it's true that we do not accept other people selling on our group, it's just my sister and I, feel welcome to share your beautiful piece of mourning jewellery and why it's special to you and how it came in your collection, and even if it was handed down to you. We'd really love to see it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and stay tuned for next week's or next fortnight's video, because I'm going to be going on to fortnights. I'm going to be going on to just making once a fortnight videos, because I haven't been well and I've got so much going on and putting too much pressure on myself. So sorry folks, I'm going to keep this up. I know I'll never make it on YouTube as a big YouTuber, I don't care about that. And I just love sharing with what you have, but for my own sake, mentally and physically, and my own well-being, I'll just be producing once a fortnight videos from now on. But there will be more beautiful vintage jewellery coming and more educational videos to watch as well. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to grab your free copy of my ebook on how to source vintage jewellery, and better still, you can even buy the full version, which is more full of beautiful vintage tips and vintage goodness of how you can source yours, and I'll leave the links below this video. Anyway, take care everyone, we'll see you next time, bye!